everyone. I'm Bill Inman. I'm here with Leigh Ann Pagnard, who is visiting with us from Staffing World in Denver, Colorado. Thank you very much for being here, Leigh Ann.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
We're excited to be working with you all week to get the news and updates from the events. You're going to be at Staffing World itself, and you're attending a few pre-events. And we're going to be talking about Thrive 2021, which is an event around elevating and empowering women in staffing, which you attended today. Is that correct?
It is. It is a great opportunity for women to network and also be provided just with the challenge to increase our voice in the marketplace. So it's just a wonderful event. So very glad to be there today.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to be talking about it with you. So tell us, what were the important topics discussed today at the event?
Well, today we really focused a lot on diversity and inclusion and what that means in the industry, and also the importance of believing in yourself. And I know that can sound like something that we've all heard before, but it's a great challenge that has, that has deep meaning for many, because the premise on it is that if we believe in ourselves, we take action on that, and then action leads to results. So if you don't start with that belief, you can't continue to move forward.
Yeah, I think everybody, men and women included, have that little voice of self-doubt that creeps up. But I find that to be pretty inspiring that that was a focus of the event. I'm sure you left with a lot of not only good tips, but some inspiration yourself. So I saw that at the event. One of the sessions was called Inclusify, and it really focused on how organizations can help build inclusion. Was that something you learned about and experienced and explored today?
Yes, we spent, a lot of time with, and I actually brought this to kind of show you, hopefully you guys can see, from Stephanie. It's a great book, Dr. Stephanie Johnson. She was the speaker, and in it, she shared with us really a lot of statistics, which I love because I geek out on that. Okay. But she challenged not just folks to start a mentorship program. There's great stats behind that. Like, mentees are 5 times more likely to get a raise, 6 times more likely to be promoted. And the fact is, it's not just good for the mentee, but mentors in that study were 5 times more likely to be promoted also. So there's all sorts of evidence that these programs are very beneficial in the organization, and not just from a perspective of what happens to the individual, but also how it assists in retention. Because mentees are 90%, rate in certain studies as happy with their job. That's just a sky high number. 89% of them feel that they're valued by their colleagues, and 71% see opportunities for their growth within an organization. So all the way around, mentorship and starting a mentorship program within the organization, if you don't have one, it, can be critical to the success of that organization to move forward. And its success in making great decisions. One of the things I really enjoyed hearing was, we all know it's the right thing to do, but, how does that play out in smaller groups? So we look at it, hey, it's great for organizations, and, diverse organizations outperform non-diverse organizations. But she also provided, some of the statistics around how these organizations, it comes down into a team level also. So one of the things that fascinated me was, she said that folks who are homogenous tend to make the same mistakes. So when you have a team of homogenous people, they are going to fall statistically into making more mistakes than those that aren't. So if you look at a team, they say that teams that are diverse, that are very new and may not have industry experience, can outperform those that are homogenous, simply because they have enough people with that diversity and background that they'll see the mistakes coming that someone else on the team with that same homogenous background might not see. So you can help each other avoid errors, which I just found it just very fascinating.
Oh, yeah. So, wow, lots of good stuff there in that little overview. And so diversity, as we know, is not just for the individual workers. Really, it differentiates and helps the company grow and stand out from competition, better serve customers. And there was a lot of amazing stats that you threw at us there. So I think that sounds like a book that many people should pick up. It's Inclusify was the name of it. So yes. in the video edit here, we'll see about putting that book title in. So were there any great insights there? And what a simple tactic for companies to do. Does it really cost a lot of money to do mentee mentor? And it sounds like a great way to retain talent. And as we know, if somebody leaves the company, it can cost $50,000 or even $100,000 to replace that talent because of knowledge lost and experience lost and so forth. So great, simple tactic. I don't think companies do enough. So I love that tip. Were there any particular stories or people that you talked to that were inspiring today at the conference?
There were so many. They actually had a panel that included Rosie Ravel. She's the interim CIO at Kelly, and she really spoke of how she, as a first-generation Filipino American, learned the value of all work from her parents. And it was just a very inspiring story. Julie Huffington came forward she's the founder and CEO of Career Innovator, and she had both health challenges and education challenges. And she transitioned that into understanding the challenges of not being able to check a box, whether it's on an application, did you finish your degree? Do you have X, Y, or Z? And so she's turning that into an opportunity to help others understand the value of their story and understand the value in people who may not be able to check all those boxes, and how can we remove the ones that aren't truly needed. And then also Melissa Byington, she's the Chief Sales Officer of Supplemental Health. She had a great story about how she overcame an upbringing that was surrounded by addiction, and she was in and out of the foster care system, and how she learned the value of, embracing the things that are very challenging for you, and understanding and overcoming, not being just afraid of it, but saying, hey, this is actually an opportunity. So there were stories everywhere I turned, and it was just very inspiring.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of inspiring people there today. It's always surprising to see first generation Americans take advantage of the entrepreneurial opportunity that are here and make something of their lives, even though they come at maybe a language disadvantage or a cultural disadvantage, and make it happen. And obviously that applied to other handicaps and other type of mental setbacks that people champion and they turn into strengths. So that's really inspiring. So Leigh Ann Pagnard, we're super excited to all week. We'll be talking with you as you visit different Staffing World pre-conferences and then Staffing World itself. And you've been a longtime friend and customer and a partner to SmartSearch over the years. And for those that don't know the background, we didn't start with this, but many, many years as a staffing executive, and also given a lot of your time to be a board member at nonprofits and for-profits alike. And I know you do a lot of work in the financial services industry around the staffing industry and beyond. So super thrilled to get your feedback this week. Now, tomorrow you're going to be attending another pre-event, right? Technology to Power Your Business, I believe it's called.
Yes, you're right. That event, I always look forward to hearing the questions that people have and owners and users alike have about technology. What solutions are they looking for on the market? What gaps do they see? What are they trying to fill? Because it really helps give foresight as to where companies are moving, what's important. And we all, are facing the potential of having, a response to how do we track potentially all the COVID information that we may be required to in the near future.
That is a big question. These are coming up a lot for us at SmartSearch and then in the industry. So we're excited to hear that. And it's a tenuous issue. It's politicized in some areas, but it's necessary in others. So it's going to be interesting to hear what the industry is saying about it tomorrow when you attend that event.
Great. I look forward to learning, and I will happily share it with you.
Leigh Ann, thank you so much contacting us from Denver, Colorado. So we will talk to you again then. Great insights about the Thrive event today. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.